Hi everyone, Melissa here. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a beach kind of themed mani. Are going to be a lot of elements to it. There's going to be a little bit of marbling, a little bit of blocking, some gel techniques, and just, going to have some fun with it. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive right in. So far, of course, builder gel, layer of gel top coat, 2 layers of peel base, and I'm gonna throw down 1 layer of a dip base coat just to keep those next layers from drying very quickly. Okay, once that is dry, I'm just going to draw out kind of the shape that I want the design to be. So it's going to be kind of like ocean, and then there's going to be a line where the water is breaking onto the shore on the beach, coming along the nail here, and then we'll have just nude nails. So I wanted to start like okay, that's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect because we will play with it. All right, so first and foremost, we're gonna do a little bit of the spoon marbling to kind of get the look of the ocean water. So I'm gonna be using Seascape by Dipp'd as the base color for the marble because it's a nice oceany color. I'm also going to be putting in some Ariel's Tail, so that's a nice like sea green kind of color. And crush just a darker teal just to add some shadow and depth into the water. So I'm gonna get my cuticle pusher, the scoop end. So I'm going to just take a little bit here and I'm gonna tap it out, trying to get it kind of in the direction that I want my waves to be going. Like they're going up onto the shore. And then I'm going to be doing the same with the darker teal. Okay, I'm going to get the small point end of my dotting tool here and just go back and forth in the direction of the waves, and I'm kind of making it swirly, not straight lines. I'm going to tap that out. Go ahead and I'll start with this nail. I'm just going to lay the whole nail in. I'll paint with my dip base and then lay my nail in. All right, that looks perfect. I love it. Okay, I'm going to keep doing essentially the same thing. I'm gonna do one on here. I'll probably do 2 dips on each of these nails, or 2 layers of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just a touch more in the same direction I did before. Okay, I think that works pretty well for the ocean water kind of look. So I'm going to continue that, but kind of blocked in this lower area of the nail going along these 2. So I'm going to make sure that I have a marbled spoon set up for this first one before I lay my dip base down. Okay, I'm going to take my dip brush, make sure that there's not too much on there, and I'm just going to start painting the base down, tracing kind of along that line that I made earlier. One of them. Right, then lay right down in. Okay, I'm just going to do one more layer on each of these. Okay, so the ocean water nails are done. I'm going to do a coat of clear over each of these two right now, just because, actually I think I'll do them over all of the marble, just because once I put the sand color on, I'm going to want to file the two colors smooth with each other, and I don't want to file the marble off. Okay, now I'm going to grab a nude, and as far as what kind of nude you use for this goes, that's up to you. I almost used this shimmer nude, and it would look beautiful. It would look like grains of sand, but I kind of just want to go with a more solid color, just because that's just the way I like things, not to be too busy. So I'm going to be using this. It's Santa Said Nudes from Dipp'd, but it's actually been altered a little bit by me to try and be a little bit more my kind of color. But any sandy, nice sandy colored nude, not too pink, will work great for this. So I'm going to just fill in the rest of this area here and here on these nails, and then dip the color on the thumb as well. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and activate all of this and file it and buff it smooth so we can get into adding some design. All right, and we're going to get some of our white gel polish. It's just ASP White Hot. I'm going to put a little bit here to work with. I already have a little there because I was playing around with the idea earlier. I'm also going to get a little bit of a no wipe gel top coat, and I'm gonna put this down over here so that I can play with that too. Gonna get my dotting tool here and just pull some of this white over and mix just a little bit of clear in to make it just slightly transparent. So I have my straight white that's not mixed, my slightly transparent over here. I'm gonna start by kind of making little tide lines. It's like lines that show kind of the waves coming up a little. They don't have to be perfect because I am going to use alcohol to kind of blend them out a little. Just gonna get the same brush I was using. By the way, this is my liner brush. I got this from Michael's. Just getting most of the alcohol off of the brush. I don't want a lot. I have a little bit of alcohol on the brush, and I'm going to use this to kind of thin this out so it's not a bold line. If you saw my aquamarine set, it is kind of the same technique that I used for that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that because it is gel, so we're just gonna cure that for a little bit. 20 seconds or so should be fine because it's such thin lines. Okay, once that's cured, I'm gonna do the fun part. You know, a lot of people know about this cool bubble technique. I thought it would be really cool to create kind of the foam washing up onto the beach. So that's what we're gonna do. So I have some of my white gel polish here. I have the white mixed with clear, which is what I'm going to be using for the majority of this. So I'm going to draw kind of uneven, splashy line, kind of thick over where the land meets the sea. I'm gonna take a little bit of the pure white and kind of bring that towards the bottom. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of my white that's more mixed with clear up here and kind of use that in the top here to kind of diffuse a little bit more, make kind of wispy outline on the outside. Okay, I already love like the kind of wispy look of that. I think it looks really neat, but we are still gonna do the bubbles. So we are going to be careful here for the bubbles. I'm just using some Bath & Body Works foaming hand soap. I love this smell. It's almost empty. And I'm just going to squirt a little bit out onto this and try and very carefully get the bubbles onto the nails so that they don't move too much after they're placed. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds once those bubbles are covering the entire area where the gel polish was. Okay, I'm gonna gently get rid of the bubbles here. And just cure for another 20 seconds just to make sure that's really set. Okay, I actually just redid this one using a little bit more white because I didn't love the way it came out. So I'm going to show you how I did that on this one. So I'm going to redo this one also. I just kind of filed off the stuff that I had there before. Put down a little bit more of the white just by itself, the white. And I'm going to paint that in a line here, uneven, again, squiggly. As I was saying before, you want more white to be there, or when you put the bubbles on and cure it, if it's just clear or mostly clear, you're not going to see the bubbles very well, and that's pretty much what happened. I ended up with too much clear on there, so I'm just going back in, and now I'm going to pull some of the really watered down white and pull the squigglies in on this side and kind of pull it out a little over here. And then I will put the soap on and cure for 60. Oh, I love that a lot better. Okay, yes, I'm happy. I like that a lot better. You can really see the bubble design in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a dip of clear over these so then I can file and finish. All right, once you're happy with filing and shaping and such, you can go ahead and activate and top coat everything. All right, and there we have it with some nice, fun, summery, beachy nails. I cannot wait to go to a beach once it's warm enough. Anyway, thank you as always for joining me. You can come and join us in my Facebook group, Melissa's Mani Hive, and ask as many questions as you need there.